Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are, what part of the world you're in, I hope that you're having a good day. So I was just having some lunch and I decided to come on and do a quick video and give a shout out to the people who are doing well and a extra special shout out to the people who are not doing well, um, myself included, right? I do my best to stay optimistic and to uplift others because that's what I feel like I have been called to do. Whether people understand that or not, I can't concern myself with that. Um, but this is what I feel that I've been called to do, and I do it unapologetically in ways that make sense. And it is appreciated by many people, and some people don't understand it, and that's fine too. Some people want to judge or criticize it, and that's fine too. I love all the feedback. I appreciate each and every one of you who subscribe and watch the videos, like, share, comment, and subscribe as well. So I just wanted to motivate you to keep going. I remember once Steve Harvey said it took him 20 years to break into comedy. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize it had taken him so long. So imagine all the Chitlin Circuit comedy clubs he's been to across the country. And, I'm sure didn't have the best hair and makeup and suits. And, I'm sure he dressed well, but for whatever was in his budget at that time, right? So I went to work today, came home, took a nap, put my lounge wear on. And so I'm here with no makeup on, no glasses on, hair, um, no hair, no earrings, just very vulnerable, just very raw, just very plain. And so I just say, be yourself, right? Be yourself. And if it takes you 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, right, to do whatever that you feel like you are destined to do, just keep going. Because imagine if Steve Harvey had quit. Imagine if he had allowed others to discourage him, right? We wouldn't know Steve Harvey as the comedian that we know him as today. And even when the times get hard, like, you're trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, as they say. You're just barely scraping by to pay bills. And people think, oh, you must spend money on this or that. And you're really just trying to maintain a normal lifestyle, like pay rent and electric, water, gas, car insurance if you have a car, potentially a car note. Um, and of course, you have to maintain the car either way, right? It needs gas. Depending on how far your commute is, or unless you have some other form of transportation that you use. Um, with the rise in inflation, most people are not making more income, but they are dishing out more income. And so it can be challenging. Then, there's, maybe having someone in your family who's not doing well. Could be a child, could be a parent, could be another loved one, somebody who's near and dear to you. Um, could be any number of things that happen in life. You may feel alone, especially, if you're married or in a relationship, you may have someone to lean on or talk to or comfort you. But if you don't, there are times when you're great, that you're alone or single, but there are times when you're like, I wish I had somebody to at least even talk to bounce ideas off of, because you may have friends, but they're not really invested in your life if they're not a part of your life in that way, right? They it really could care less. They just want you in their life for whatever benefit they see you as. And a lot of people aren't doing anything out of the kindness of their heart. Again, they're doing things that would benefit them, right? If you're an entrepreneur, you have a business, you're an influencer, you have a channel, you've written a book, um, You have a table set up at the flea market, whatever it is. Sometimes you'll have relatives or friends that will support you, but a lot of times your supporters are going to come from strangers that you don't know. These people who know you, oh, I wouldn't buy that from you. I wouldn't do that for you. I don't want her to be better than that. I don't want her to have more than me. I don't want him to have more than that. And so it comes from a selfish perspective. So, they may not support you, and that's okay. Because they don't have to. Nobody has to do anything that they don't want to do, right? So, allow them to be who they are. But again, just like with Steve Harvey, it doesn't matter if it takes 20 years. That's part of your journey. That's part of your story. That's part of your testimony. So whatever it takes for you to get there, just get there. Right? Because almost doesn't count. Just get there. Get there when you can. What's that song? It's right in my head, but I can't seem to catch the melody. Anyway. Yeah, just keep going. Again, this is motivation. No matter how difficult or challenging things may be. Steve Harvey was homeless like 3 times, right? But again, he kept going. And so he's now Steve Harvey. And so if you have to maybe take a step back and change some things up, again, you're trying to keep up with regular monthly expenses and there's more going out than coming in, Steve Harvey was homeless 3 times. So sometimes you have to do what you got to do. There are a lot of YouTubers who are transitioning, and getting out of the rat race for a little while, whether it's for a year or a more long-term basis. But people are doing what they need to do, or they want to live a minimalist lifestyle and not have the responsibilities or burdens. So they're deciding to do something different. So, again, this is motivation. Whatever you feel that you need to do to get there that is of a good nature, do it. And let me know how that works out for you on the other side. Love y'all. Later.